Hey everyone, I'm Princess Link, and welcome back to Metal Gear Solid 2. I burnt 3 of my fingers on a pot lid, so yeah. Chapter 36. Raiden was spent. He gazed at the body below, and then became aware of the crowds that had gathered on the streets. Helicopters clattered overhead. Fleets of emergency vehicles and rubber neckers covered the scene. Arsenal gear and the debris around it were still burning and billowing smoke into the air. The arrival of the media added to the cacophony. He quickly moved out of sight, ran to the edge of the roof, and jumped. He landed lightly on his feet and moved into the mass of people. Within minutes, he was one of the onlookers. No one seemed to notice his skull suit. They were all too engrossed in the destruction around them. Who am I, really? Raiden asked aloud. Who am I? What am I? I miss my brother. Twisted pair, baby. No one really quite knows who they are. Who or what? Jesus Christ. Oh, this tripod is not very good at staying up. No one quite knows who or what they are. Raiden turned toward the familiar voice. Snake! He couldn't believe his friend was alive. How? What? Snake shook his head. Otacon must have taken me in the chopper. Ocelot and May got away. They stood for a moment surveying the damage. Snake put a hand on Raiden's shoulder and said, The memories you have and the role you assigned the burdens you had to carry. It doesn't matter if they were real or not. There's no such thing in the world as absolute reality. Most of what they call reality is fiction. What you think you see is only as real as your brain tells you it is. Then what am I supposed to believe in? What am I going to leave behind when I'm through? Raiden asked. Wait. We can tell other people about having faith. What we had faith in. What we found important enough to fight for. It's not whether you were right or wrong, but how much faith you were willing to have in the future. The Patriots are kind of ongoing fiction too, come to think of it. Raiden wasn't sure what Snake was talking about. Which is like unrelatable. He just goes off on these weird dramatic tangents, and it's like, what are you talking about, David? He's so dramatic, it's so funny. Anyway, listen, don't obsess over words so much. Find the meaning behind the words and then decide. You can find your own name and your own future. Decide for myself? And whatever you choose will be you. I don't know if I can. I know you didn't have much in terms of choices this time, but everything you felt and thought about during the mission is yours. And what you decide to do with them is your choice. You mean start over? Yeah, clean slate. A new name, new memories. Choose your own legacy. It's for you to decide. It's up to you. Raiden finally nodded. Wait, I'll find something worth passing on. We all have the freedom to spread the word. Even me. Raiden suddenly remembered. Snake, what about Olga's child? Don't worry, I'll find him. Count on it. As long as you keep yourself alive, he's safe. Why do you assume it's a boy? Snake shrugged. Or her. Do you know where Liquid went? I put a transmitter on his way. Did he head for the Patriots? Yeah, but I have a feeling they gave us a lot of bogus location to begin with. Raiden made a face at that. Cheer up, we have a better lead. He held up a computer MO disk that looked like the one the president had given Raiden. This contains the list of all the Patriots. But Ocelot took it. The one we gave you wasn't the real thing. What? This virus is coded to destroy only a part of GW. Namely, the information about the Patriots' identities, which means there's a parameter coded in here that defines what that information is. I get it. Analyze the code and you can probably find out where they operate. Count me in. Snake shook his head. No, you have things to do first. And people you need to talk to. At those words, Raiden noticed someone standing in the crowd some distance away. A young woman, looking at him. Rose. She really does exist. Raiden turned back to Snake, but he'd vanished. Raiden looked around for him, but the guy had disappeared, which was something he was very good at doing. The operative focused again on Rose. She stood waiting for him. He walked slowly toward her. Passers-by stared at Raiden, but went on without a glance at Rose. "What's wrong?" she asked. Raiden blinked. "Nothing." He studied her pretty face. "Can I ask you something? Who am I, really?" Rose smiled. "I wouldn't know." When he made a perplexed expression, she added, "But we're gonna find out together, aren't we?" He cupped her face between his palms. "See me for what I am, okay?" "I know." And then Raiden remembered what Rose had told him. It seemed like ages ago. He looked down at her belly, which was slightly bulging. She caressed it and nodded. Then she looked up and asked, "Do you remember this place?" "Of course. This is where we first met, and I remember now. Today, April 30th, is the day I met you." "That's it. I think I found something to pass along to the future." "What?" "He said all living things want their genes to live on." "Are you talking about the baby?" "Yeah, but genes aren't the only thing you pass on. There are too many things that aren't written in our DNA. It's up to us to teach that to our children." "What kind of things?" "About the environment, our ideas, our culture, poetry, compassion, sorrow, joy. We'll tell them everything. Together." Rose's eyes went wide. "Is that a proposal?" Raiden answered with slight bashfulness. "This is for your ears only." He took her hand, and together they walked through the crowd, away from the devastation, toward an uncertain but hopeful future. And like 2 months later, they break up. Epilogue. The codec chirped. "Snake, are you there? It's me."
"Yes, Otacon."
"I finished going over that disc."
"Did you find the Patriots list?"
"Of course. It contained the personal data of 12 people. There was a name on it. Snake, it was one of our biggest contributors." Snake winced.
"What's going on around here?"
"I don't know."
"Anyway, where are they?"
"Well, we were right about them being on Manhattan, but..."
"But what?"
"They're already dead. All 12 of them." Snake paused, processing this information.
"When did this happen?"
"Well, about 100 years ago."
"What the hell?"
"That's right. The 12 Patriots lived and died a century ago." But also not really, because... I don't know, man. Okay? Anyway, if you like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!